All right, and we're live. Hi, everyone. I am Brittany, the Cosmic Lunar Soul, and of course, my buddy here, Priscilla from A Life Full of Simplicity. Hi, Sil. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Tired. So sorry if my brain is all scattered and my
Oh,
words
don't
and brain
worry.
don't match sometimes today.
Me too. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
So today we are going to be doing the hashtag tarot habits. This was done by Three Girls, One Deck, and the link is in the description along with the prompts. So if you guys want to join along, feel free. But let's go ahead and get into prompt number one. So prompt number one is, what is your regular tarot routine? So what's your regular tarot routine?
Well, at the moment, so I'll talk about at the moment. So at the moment, it's the ritual planner. So I got that last
Mm,
year from them for review, and I've been using it this year. January didn't go as well because I had a lot of things going on and things like that. A lot of things
mood.
took over and I
Hmm.
didn't have time or whatever. But February is going really well. I've been doing a tarot challenge from Lionhearts.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's been going way better. I did like the monthly spread and I've been doing like the moon spreads in it and all that stuff. And I've been loving it so far. Pulling a card a day and then doing like the weekly and like just doing different things. I pull like a card for like an affirmation and then I'll
Hmm.
do like a weekly and then a card each day for the tarot challenge that I'm doing. So
Yeah. So everything is basically based around the ritual planner and then
yeah,
like
and how
you
it's
pull.
structured.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
following the structure of the ritual planner and then adding
exactly.
in the different monthlies will be random each month and that stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they have a
Okay.
monthly spread in it. The spread for the month is always the same, and then they have a spread for the new
Oh.
moon and full moon.
Mhm.
So I've been doing those as well. And there is pages at the end of the month where you can use to do other things, like other spreads if you want. It's just like a dotted grid
Oh,
page.
okay.
So I haven't used those yet, but I think I will. I want to do like a spread for Pisces season and things like that. So I think
Mm.
I might use that for spreads that are not within the actual planner.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
So, that is that your just tarot routine or do you have like a
yeah.
different routine for oracle and for
No,
anything else?
I use Oracle within my tarot routine. So
Okay.
I typically pair things. So for like the week ahead readings that I do, it's
Mhm.
like oracle and then two tarot cards. I am working with an oracle deck in like the monthly spread. So like there's an
Mhm.
overview page for the month and I'll just pull like an oracle card each day to work with a specific deck that I have. So I've been doing that as well as part of my regular routine.
Nice. Okay. I'm kind of similar. Like my tower routine is my oracle routine as well. I
Yeah.
tend to like find pairings for the month that I like to stick with.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't have a regular routine.
Okay.
Since technically I've started hosting the monthly challenges on my Discord, I have kind of come into a daily routine, I guess, but
Yeah.
it wasn't intentional. It was just more so a way to build a routine, I guess.
Yeah.
The challenge is what spurred the routine, not the other way around.
Yeah. But that's good. That to me
Yeah.
is still a routine. So
Yeah, so I try to do it daily, and if not, I'll just go back and fill some of the gaps in.
yeah.
I guess the routine that I have been trying to do outside of that
Mm,
is kind of it's not always just tarot though. So there's no quite
yeah.
routine in there, but I want to do more journaling. So sometimes I'll throw in tarot or like an affirmation, like one of the affirmation decks I have. Sometimes I'll do like something for my moon deck based off of the moon
Yeah.
cycles.
Love that.
Um, it's very haphazard. I wouldn't consider it
Mm,
a routine yet. It's just
yeah.
more so trying different things out and seeing what sticks. But I think the routine is the journaling and then throwing in the things in
Yeah.
as they come up.
Yeah. I do love that though. Also, hi Tara. Hi Lana.
Hi guys, how are you guys doing today? So, if you guys have some tarot habits you want to share with us, you want to follow along with the prompts, feel free to type them in and we'll
Mhm.
talk about them. We
Yeah.
just finished up what is your regular tarot routine, and we're going to go on to prompt number 2, which is, do you do readings for any particular occasions or observances?
Yeah. Before that, Alana, I think, likes your hair, so
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I stopped reading like halfway through. But thank you. I put this on because I did not do my actual hair, so
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I do. I think you already know this, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. Do readings for particular occasions and observances and seasons and things like that. So I do a lot of readings with the moon. So like new moon, full moon. Sometimes I'll do like a last quarter, first quarter readings. I'll do things for seasons and for astrological zodiacal seasons as well. So when we change zodiac season, I'll
Mm,
do a reading
yeah.
with that. Planetary changes as well. I'll do readings on those. Um, and then like the year ahead spread, which I feel like is like a whole
Yes.
thing. Monthly
Yep.
readings, weekly readings. So yeah, I do readings for a lot of different occasions and different things going on because I love that kind of stuff. So
I think I would like to do more like moon related readings, but I
mm,
just have never been able to build up a habit of doing so. But what I have found is that I do like to do like a month ahead reading where it's not necessarily like a full spread. It's just kind of like a card to like, and it's not like a future reading. It's more so like a card of like, what energy can I imbue this month? That kind of
yeah.
thing. So I decided to do that instead of the year ahead readings
Mm,
because I don't mind the year ahead readings. I just find that if I do it all up front, I stop reflecting on them like
okay.
partway through the year.
Okay.
So, while other people are probably fine with it, it's just I realized
Mhm.
last year I was like, "Oh, I completely lost the plot halfway through."
Okay.
Um, so I've started to do like a month ahead reading, and I'll do like just one tarot card, and then I'll pick a random oracle card.
Mhm.
And I've been alternating the oracle between like regular oracle or like an affirmation. I still haven't figured that part out yet, but it's fun
Okay.
trying to figure out the process, and I might keep it different all the time.
Yeah,
There's no real rationale to do the same thing every single month.
that's true.
Um, what else? I was trying to do like the week ahead readings where it was just really so because my planner that I do my monthly readings, each
Yeah.
week has a blank page in the front of it.
Mhm.
So I was just trying to use it as a way to fill it up. But I tried like Oracle and I'll switch with affirmations for just the week ahead. And again, it's not like predictive. It's just more so like this is the energy that I can focus on for the week.
Yeah.
Um it's just more
Which I
mindfulness.
like doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
just
I
like a
try to
focus for the week.
exactly. I try to make it more of that than like, oh, this is exactly how your week is gonna go.
Yeah. So, like, I typically do things like that also. I use, the spread from, The Current Hermit on Instagram. She has a spread
Mhm.
that says that's like, "Do and don't." So
Oh, yeah.
I typically would do what I do is, like, I'll pull an oracle for the focus for the week, and
Mhm.
then I'll pull 2 tarot cards, one for do and one for don't in relation to the focus. So, what I can do in relation to the focus and what I shouldn't do in relation to the focus.
I like
Um,
that.
I like that for the week. I don't know, I find it very helpful to, like,
Yeah.
it's not predictive, it's just like, what should I focus on in regards to this focus, and what shouldn't I focus on in regards to this focus, it just gives more perspective, I think.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I actually like that. I might try that out. I have been very inconsistent with my week aheads, but I've
Mm,
been at least when I do it, I'll have to try it out.
yeah. Well, you
Uh,
could always try it out for the upcoming week.
that's
We have
true.
we haven't started the new week yet, so
That's very true, and my weeks are, like, Monday start, so technically, like,
Yeah, so it's
even
wrong.
though Sunday officially is the start of the week, I consider Monday to be the start of my week.
I consider the
So
Monday also the start of the week.
so I can use Sunday as prep for the week. That's kinda how
Mm,
I think of it versus, like, the wrap up from the week behind.
yeah, true.
Um, Alana said that, she doesn't follow any sort of structure, whatever flows. That tracks very
Yeah.
much with how I know you. That seems very much go with the flow, Alana style. Um, let's see. Prompt number 3. This one's a fun one because I love talking about shuffling. How do you shuffle?
Overhand. Yeah, that's it, just overhand. I just overhand my decks. I don't riffle or bridge shuffle. I don't know how to do that. Like, I've tried, but
Yeah,
I find it so hard on my hands to,
it
like, try
is.
to do the thing, and I'm just like, "I don't know
It
what's
actually
going on."
can be really hard on your hands, especially with, like,
Yeah.
a lot of these decks have thicker cards or if they're oversized.
Yeah.
Trying to riffle and bridge a thick Oracle deck can be very hard
Yeah,
sometimes.
so no, overhand is how I shuffle. It's, like, the best way for me. Um, Tara, same. Yeah, so I just overhand. I think, like, that's the easiest, and
Yeah,
obviously, if the deck is nice, the overhand shuffle is, like, if they don't stick together, the
yeah.
overhand is nice, shuffles nicely, so yeah.
I, um I overhand, obviously. I feel like
Yeah.
all people overhand to some degree.
Yeah.
Um, I am very much a riffle bridge shuffler. I love when a deck can like riffle and bridge real just like butter.
Yeah.
That makes me very much fall in love with the deck.
Yeah.
Um, what's a one of the newer decks I got, the Eldritch Overload. Oh, the shuffle of that is just so it's sexy. I love it. um,
Nicole actually asked a question. She asked, "Do you just deal from the top when doing a spread, or
ooh,
fan or pick or other?" So for me
that's
specifically,
a good
I do
question.
different things. So I don't fan decks and pull a card. I usually overhand, and then depending on how I'm feeling, if a card either jumps out, I'll take it. Only if it's one. If it's too many, I just put them back in the deck because I don't like taking so many card jumpers or whatever. I'll take the one card that comes out. If not, I'll be shuffling. If one sticks out to me while I'm shuffling, I'll probably just pull that card.
Mm.
But there are times when I just take from the top, or I'll cut the deck and just take for the middle. Sometimes I'll take the bottom card if I'm doing like a shadow kind of perspective. The
Mm.
bottom card is the shadow card, so I'll take that. But I typically just take from the top after shuffling is what I do.
I do something really similar, except I take from the top less than I think Syl does. So
Mm.
I will do my riffle bridge and then I will go into overhand. And then as I'm shuffling, if something sticks out, I'll pull that one out. And that's
Yeah.
generally what I do. What I used to do is I'll shuffle until something sticks out, pull that, and then just start pulling from the top of the deck.
Mm.
But it which I'll do sometimes. It's just a lot of
Yeah.
times I just feel called to keep shuffling.
Yeah.
Um,
That's typically what I do. So if I'm
yeah,
doing like a spread or taking multiple cards, I always shuffle and take the card, shuffle and take the card, shuffle.
yeah,
Like I don't just shuffle once,
and
pull a
then
card,
stop.
and then pull all the cards. Like I always shuffle again
Yeah.
for some reason. I just like that better, that kind of
I
dynamic. I know people that don't do
Yes.
that. Like they'll shuffle one and just take whatever number of cards they need. But
I'm definitely more willing to do that where I just shuffle once and pull the cards that I need if
yeah.
it's only for, like, a single question. But if I'm doing a
Okay.
spread, I feel like I need to reset in between every prompt in that spread.
Yeah.
Um, but generally, I just like to reshuffle in between each card pull, especially
Hmm.
when I have a new deck or if I've reordered the deck because even with the riffle and bridge, the cards still tend to be in some sort of order. So
Yeah.
that way it allows it to be broken up better. That's just how my brain
Yeah.
thinks about it.
No, I agree. I agree.
Alana says she has small but mighty hands. She riffles and bridges almost all of her decks, with the exception of the True Black. We were just talking about how difficult it is to shuffle the true black tarot, actually, which is very funny.
Yeah. I don't have that deck. I don't think it's that bad to overhand. I guess only I guess bridging and shuffling probably
Yeah. I
would
think
probably
that's
be because of the type of cardstock it is. I think it's
yeah.
thick.
I think
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about before,
Mm,
was just that, and not overhand, but the riffle bridge. It was
yeah.
hard because of the card stock.
Yeah. Unless the foiling on the cards makes it difficult to overhand also. I wouldn't know because there is foiling on the cards and sometimes foiling can stick like
Yeah.
between the cards and they can clump. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What else did she say? Alana also said that she will overhand until something jumps out.
Mhm.
And then Nicole said, I've been gaming and running my hands over the cards until I feel something. I've done that before in the past, especially with decks that are so hard to shuffle. Like the cardstock is like it sticks too much maybe, or and I just have a hard time shuffling. I'll
Mhm.
do that also. But I don't fan and do that too often. It's really dependent on what deck I'm using, which I think I've only done that with two specific decks that
Mhm.
come to mind because one is like a really rose petally finish and it's just
I can't even fan rose petal decks. I don't know how y'all do it.
yeah, so I just separate them
Oh, you just oh, okay. I thought you
until,
meant the
like, it fans
aesthetic
out,
fan.
but shuffling it, it just clumps all the
It
time, so I feel like it
yes.
doesn't shuffle well, and then, the Good Tarot, which I really love, and I would love Hay House to bring it out as a pocket edition so they can have
Ooh,
the new glossy cardstock because,
yeah.
oh my god, their old glossy cardstock is a mess,
It was
but
the sticky one, right?
yeah, it's like a sticky
Yeah.
glossy, so, like, you're
Mhm.
trying to shuffle and it doesn't
It's
shuffle, and
just
then
chunky the whole
and then
time.
you have, like, all the suits still together, and I'm just like,
Yes.
"I don't think I'm supposed to be getting all these
Yeah.
wands," but anyway, yeah, it's just a
I
mess, I don't know. So that one too, I'll, like, try to separate them a bit and, like, try to fan them out
I,
and do what Nicole does.
I realized I only fan when I was doing, like, my aesthetic social media posts. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
almost never fan a deck out for myself. I've done them on, like, my live streams. I do them
Mhm.
for others, but not for me.
Yeah.
I don't fan decks out really.
Oh,
Uh
Robin also said that okay, so Robin said that True Black is difficult to overhand. Well, that she finds
Oh,
that it's
because of
difficult.
the spot gloss, yeah.
Okay, see, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
And the foiled edges sometimes, like, I find it takes a lot of breaking in,
yeah,
to get the like, chunkiness out of foiled edges, depending
yeah,
how it's, like, foiled.
yeah, that's why I find, like, when I have a deck that has, like, the foiled edges or, like,
Mhm.
gilding or whatever, I'll separate them first, like, separate
Yeah,
every
and you
single
can, like,
card
hear
first.
it peel.
Yes, yes, I know.
Yeah, Nicole, you totally need a sticky mat to
Yeah,
fan, and it is inconvenient.
no,
That's why, like, when I would be doing my fan posts, it's usually because I'm on my bed filming because of
yeah,
the lighting and everything, and it's a fabric, or it's my bedspread, so
yeah.
it some decks, especially if they're really, really sticky. That's why I really like, actually, the Everyday Witch. Oh, the fan is beautiful. It has
Oh,
a
yeah,
beautiful fan,
anything from Llewellyn fans
anything.
beautifully on any surface, to be honest with you. Llewellyn has that. It's really
And it's funny because she was saying she was using, an old yoga mat. I actually had a, like, altar mat that I got from one of my
mm.
Kickstarters that I would use a
Oh, yes,
lot
yes.
because it was that neoprene. It wasn't the most
Oh,
tacky neoprene, but it was textured enough that I could fan a good portion of my decks. None of the
okay.
rose petal ones would. I even on my bed, I can't get them to fan. I have to manually fan them out, which I'm simply not gonna do. Very much not gonna do.
Yeah, and Alana says that the True Black is a rose petal finish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Ooh, Robin also asks, "So what's your favorite cardstock to shuffle?" Linen, probably. Linen is great. Or like a nice like a gloss, but I don't mind a glossy cardstock if
Yeah.
it's like a Llewellyn, very like a slippery, a little slippery. I know people hate that, but I actually don't mind that. I feel like it shuffles like
Yeah.
chef's kiss shuffling. But linen is like my favorite, honestly, linen.
I think for me, it's like a cardstock. So in your mind, you picture like an average range of cardstock,
Mm,
slightly on the lower end of average, and it's like a matte, Just matte in any kind of regard, like,
Yeah.
not like a true matte, but like a coated matte, I think is what I'm
Oh,
trying to get
okay.
at.
Like a semi-matte? Semi-matte is good.
Not semi-matte, it's just you can
No?
tell that it's coated. It's not like the raw cards. It doesn't
Mm,
feel
yeah.
like, you know how Wild Unknown feels like a raw card almost? Like
The regular edition? Like
yeah,
the regular full size?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So not like that, more so like, I can't think of a generic kinda like, the Game of Thrones tarot, how it's matte, but it has that it feels like it's
Oh, yeah,
lightly
yeah,
coated
yeah.
with
Yeah,
something.
yeah. The one that's not so the other edition
The
of
one that's not linen.
the
So
one that's not linen,
slightly
yeah.
thinner matte with a coating, it just has this beautiful shuffle
Okay.
'cause it bridges so well when it's slightly on the thinner side.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like a blackjack or poker player in my past life 'cause I just love a good riffle. Uh,
Oh, Debra Original RWS. Yeah, I don't have
ooh.
that, I don't have any deck from them, actually. I want their Marseille deck, though, it's on my wish list, but I don't know what kind of, cardstock they have.
I still have yet to get a linen deck, which is crazy. They've eluded me so far. I look
Yeah.
forward to it. I think though, I will say my least favorite idea of
Mm.
shuffling is the people that will just mash everything around. Like the idea of it makes me cringe. Like I'm like,
Mash
God.
everything
Yes,
around? People
like
shuffle that way?
yes, people do it.
Like a washing machine kinda shuffle?
Yes, where they just spread the cards out in front of them and they'll like shuffle them around, and I'm just like, "Ugh, I can't do it. Oh my God.
I've never seen anyone shuffle like that.
Oh gosh. I've seen
Hey, I
people
guess each their own. That is that the ki
yeah.
if that's the kinda shuffle you like, I guess, if it
I
works for
guess
you.
so. I can't do it, but oh no.
Sarah.
Uh,
Oh my
it
god.
gives
But
me
don't
the
your cards get
heebie-jeebies.
ruined though, Tara? Like, doing that? Like, don't they, like, bang into each other?
You just have to be careful. I've seen people
Yeah,
do it, and
exactly.
you
It's
just kinda
called
like
chipped cards. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know."
Oh gosh. But I mean, I guess I shouldn't talk. I'm somehow really rough with my cards because like the foiling looks like it was
Oh,
chewed
yes.
on all of my decks. Oh,
Oh,
she
okay,
only
only
does
when
it
you
to okay.
okay, the first time, okay.
Yes, it's like a game of
78
78 pickup.
shuffle. Oh, that sounds like a lot of
It
lot of
yes,
work, a
too
lot of
much
work.
work.
Mm.
Alright, prompt number 4. Do you have rules about what kinds of questions you ask and answer? And I feel like this might be a two-parter, like, this might be in the sense you have rules for yourself versus rules for
Yeah,
other people,
yeah,
so explain the difference on that too.
yeah. Okay, so rules for myself. I only do readings for myself in regards to advice, uh, career, spiritual, shadow work, things like that.
Yeah.
I will never do, most probably anyway, a love reading for myself. Like why? I'm good. I'm good. Um, and I don't do predictive stuff for myself. I do occasionally do yes or no questions, but very rarely. So it's mostly open-ended
Yeah.
advice, spiritual kind of readings.
Mhm.
In regards to reading for other people, I will not do medical readings, health readings, mental
Mhm.
health readings, legal readings. I
Yeah.
will also not do third party readings. In regards to third party, I mean like someone asking me, "Oh, can you tell me how so and so feels about me?"
Mhm.
No, I will not do that. Another third party reading that I will not do. Will so and so get this job they've been wanting? I don't
Right.
know. They should be asking if they want a reading on that. They should be asking that question. So kind of third party that way. Of
Mhm.
course, if someone asks me to do a reading about how so and so feels, I'll probably suggest something different. Like, no, I can't do that because, they're not asking for that kind of reading and I don't feel comfortable like kind of, I don't
Prying,
know. I feel like
basically.
it's like a you're getting into someone else's private thoughts and
Yeah,
things, and I
it's
don't
like
really
reading
feel
someone
like
else's
ethically,
journal.
morally, I don't feel like comfortable
Yeah,
doing that. But I would probably suggest, but I can see how, like, if this is something that would be going forward, like what kind of outcome or advice or something between the two of you or whatever. That
yeah,
kind of love reading. I've
yeah.
done many of those, and that is what I prefer when it comes to those kind of things.
And I find
Just like
people
a
are really
general.
receptive to that change anyway, because I think that's what they're really asking for anyway.
Sometimes, but not always. I've
Yeah,
gotten people that were like, "No, I don't that's not what I want." And I'm like, "Well, then I can't do your reading. You'll have to
right.
find someone who's actually willing to do a reading like that." Which is fine, just find someone else. I'm sure there's people out there that will do that reading for you if that's what you want.
Yes.
But for me, I just feel like it just gets into this gray area where it's like
Yeah,
you're pulling cards about someone else's feelings, but they're not in the reading and they haven't consented to that reading, and I
right.
feel
It
icky about
boils
it. So,
down to the personal morality and ethics of doing that, which differs from person to
yeah.
person. I'm not here to judge, but I'll judge, but
Yeah, and yeah, exactly, Nicole. A lot of people will be like, "Does he want to be with me?" Or they'll ask like, "What does he feel about me?" Or, "Oh, we had a fight, and I want to know
yeah,
how he feels after this fight."
talk to him.
Communicate, talk to the person. Why are
Yes,
you asking the cards this? Like, this is not even reading worthy. You should be communicating with your partner
yeah,
how they feel about a situation after you've calmed down if you've had an argument or a fight, and then talk to each other, communicate, like,
yeah,
why are you asking tarot how something is going, like, why? If you want to know, like, after we have a conversation, what will be the outcome, or if you want to know some advice of how to proceed with a conversation, then okay, that's a whole different thing. I am open to questions like that, but like advice, but like I'm just like, no. Would you do a reading
ooh,
if someone reading about or for one of their kids? No. No, because that goes into a third party reading. Unless, well, it depends on the question. Like, do you have an example of a question? Because I've never had anyone ask about their
I've
kids.
I've actually gotten this before, and it's more
Yeah?
so like, yeah, but not, they weren't asking like how my kid feels about me or anything. Like, they were asking, what can I do to better support my child?
Oh,
Like
then
in a
that's about them, though. That's not
right.
really about their child. That's about
Yeah.
them and how they can support their child. That's
Yeah.
fine. I would do a reading like that because they're talking about themselves and what they
Mhm.
can do, which is really the point. If the reading
Yeah.
is about you yourself, asking how you can do something better or what you can do to better a situation,
Yeah.
then that's about you. That's not about the other person in the reading. How will my kid feel about his new school? Uh, I
See,
would probably change that
mhm.
to, something more along the lines of how how can I support my child in this new school, or what kind of outcome will it be if I send my child to this new school, because it's you want to focus more on you. I feel like that's a little too third
Yeah.
party for me specifically. It just gets into that gray zone of where that person is not consenting to the reading,
Yeah.
and I just feel weird, especially for a child. Like, they're underage, they can't even give consent. So
Right. Yeah. I totally feel the same way. And like one of the things, I mean, the whole purpose, I think, like Cosmic Lunar Soul even got started was to give like power and onus to people.
yeah.
So when I'm doing readings and the questions, I feel like regardless of the answer, if you don't have control over it,
Mhm.
then so what? Right?
Yeah.
Um so it's like the question, like, is it going to rain tomorrow? Okay, yes, so what? But you can say like, what can I do to keep myself safe tomorrow in the rain is different. So
Yeah.
just being able to put that power back onto someone, being able to give that control back to
Mhm.
them and be able to make decisions based off of that is how I like to reformulate questions.
Yeah.
um but I think for me, um, I think I would do a little bit more predictive for myself, as
Okay.
long as it feels like I have control over the options that I'm deciding on. Like, for example, I'm working on getting a new job and I have two options ahead of me. So I kind of did like a general outcome of choosing A or B, um, which is more predictive than I generally do in a day to
Mhm.
day. But for one offs of things where I still have active control over the situation, I can still choose between A or B. Then I'm okay doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
I do like choice readings. Choice readings are good. Making it,
yeah.
like, between a decision, you have, like, 2 different things.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, So I am the same as you. I for other people, I don't like to, well, for in general, I won't do third party readings. I don't like them. But for other people, same as you, I won't do like death or health readings
Mhm.
or like pregnancy readings, anything in the health
Yeah,
realm,
medical.
anything like that. No legal readings. There are some caveats to this. Like, I'll give an example. A lady wanted a reading because she went to a doctor and he said something, and she wanted to know if it was true or not, and I was like, "I'm not a doctor. And, like, I can't ethically and morally give you a reading to say whether this doctor is right or wrong."
Yeah.
But, like, if there was an instance, like we were talking with choice readings, if there was an instance where she went to, like, 2 or 3 doctors and they're all saying the same thing, but she's not sure which one to go with, I would gladly do a reading based off of that, especially if, like, it already seems
Yeah.
like they've done their research, they put in their own effort for this stuff.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm not making a medical decision, I'm just helping them make a personal, like, a personality almost decision.
Okay.
So that's kind of the only way that I would ride that line, is if I
Okay.
felt like the curant was already doing their due diligence. They kinda already had, like, their eggs in a basket. It's just they had, like,
Mhm.
analysis paralysis and didn't know which final decision to make.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, but outside of that, I think I follow we have a lot of similar, aspects in terms of what we read for ourselves and stuff like that, so I don't
Yeah.
wanna rehash it.
Yeah. Robin also said, "I was wondering because kids really can't give consent anyway, so if a parent was asking, then I was just wondering if you would make an exception about that." I guess it would depend on, like, the topic, I guess. Because I do make exceptions to my own rules. I just need to
Mhm.
know what the question is. Because a lot of the time I read based on the person's question. Like,
Yeah.
when I've done readings for other people, I typically read based on what their question is, and to see if we can reformulate it if it's necessary, but I read
There's a
based on
lot
question a
of
lot of the time.
like, aspects that could change my mind about certain things, like, do I know the person
Mhm.
that's asking me? Do I trust their level of, like, maturity, regarding
True.
this
Yeah.
situation? So part of it is, do I have some level of knowing and trust in this person? And if so, that kind of does open up the doors a bit to what I would do readings on, but that
Yeah.
is very far and few between. Like when it comes to
Yeah.
strangers, that narrows down very quickly.
No, I do agree, I do agree. Yeah, I think the way the question is worded would probably change my mind, but there's certain things that I wouldn't touch, like, again, health, legal,
Yeah.
medical thing, like, I won't touch that no matter what the question is. Like,
Hmm.
I won't even go near that kind of reading,
Yeah.
honestly.
Like I'd never give like outcomes of stuff like that or
Yeah, no.
anything. Mm.
Mm-mm.
So Alana was saying she just asks for general readings. If she's
Yeah.
interested in love reading, it's usually like an open-ended general overview,
Yeah,
which is nice.
I've done a few
Yeah,
general stuff, but I usually ask for a topic when it comes to general readings because
yeah,
I'm general reading, I'm like, "I don't know, okay, let me just pull cards and see what comes up, I guess."
yeah.
I don't
I
and
don't
there's so
like
many ways
yeah,
to interpret something. It's like
it
how
is.
can you get every single thing out of every single card, you know? You would have to, like, do every single theme under the sun. I prefer just to if you want a general reading, just tell me what the theme is so I can, like,
Yeah.
focus a little bit, but
I don't like general readings with tarot. I do them because people ask for them a lot, but
Yeah.
I prefer to use my bones for that because it gives, like,
Yes.
the way that it lays everything out, it highlights points that might need to be dived deeper into, in
Mm,
which case, then I have a topic now that I can dive deeper into with tarot. Whereas, like, with tarot, I feel like
true.
I'm just trying to, like, shoot fish in a barrel or something, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things going on, and I might pull one thing out, I don't know if that's what you were
Yeah.
looking for.
I love when you guys do, when you do on your lives, bone readings. You haven't done it in a while.
I
You should
know.
offer you should be like, if someone asks for a general reading, you should be like, "So you want bones or you want tarot?"
I feel like I've done that in the past, and I feel like something about the live stream, the connection for me feels off. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
what it is.
'Cause I love it. When you did the bone reading for me, I loved it.
Yeah. And I think with you is easy because I know you.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, other people, it felt like part of things were very clear, and then others I was like, "Oh gosh." But then I'm, like, on live, so I had to, like, get through it. It felt
Yeah.
very like I couldn't just sit and process, which is sometimes what I need to do with my
True.
bones.
Yeah. But
Um
people can, buy a bone reading from you, no? On your
Yeah,
profile? Yeah.
yeah. I need to bring them back on Instagram is what I really need to do, like,
Oh,
because I
okay,
used
yeah.
to offer them, like, randomly in my reels, and I could
Oh.
record them, sit with it, and then talk it through and edit it, so it wasn't a lot of me, like, looking them over.
Wondering what's going on.
Yeah. Um, ooh, so Robin says her only rule is she doesn't ask questions that she doesn't wanna know the answer to. That is a
Oh,
good rule of life.
literally. Why would anyone ask a question they don't wanna
People
know
do
the
it
answer
all the
to?
time. That's
Really?
because yes, in these,
What?
Facebook groups, they're doing it all the time. So, when people are asking
Oh,
about
yeah, the
these
Facebook groups.
yeah, when they're asking about these people that they know don't like them, they're hoping to hear what they wanna hear, and then when they don't, like, well, you shouldn't have asked this question. Like like,
Yeah,
"Does he
I think
like
that's
me?" And it's
more
like tower and 10 of swords, no.
I think it's more I think it's more people don't wanna know what the outcome will be.
Yeah,
They want a specific outcome. They're fishing
yeah,
for a specific answer when that's not the answer. Pretty
yeah,
much, Nicole, cheating, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot in that tarot group. I don't know, the questions in there are weird sometimes. I'm just like, "What's
Oh,
going on?"
Robin brought up a good one, mediumship. I don't do that either.
Mediumship.
I will do,
Hmm,
like, uh I will do, like, readings from ancestors
mm,
and guides, but I won't channel deities because I don't really practice that, and then
okay,
I'm also not going to reach out to specific loved ones, like a specific person.
okay.
I don't do that, and I think there's a lot
Mm,
of people that don't realize there's a difference between the
okay.
2. Um,
I don't mind, doing, like, deity messages or
yeah.
spirit guide messages or ancestor and that I don't really mind, I've done that before. I
Mhm.
don't do deity identification messages, which I
Oh,
know
I
some
wouldn't even know what
people
to do.
oh, you have to, like, pull cards and try to figure out who the deity that's reaching
Yeah,
out, but, like, the thing is there's so many deities, so many pantheons, I don't even know half the time
yeah,
who, what. It's very hard. I find those very hard, so that I don't do, but I don't mind if, like, you work with a deity already and you say, "I work with this so and so deity.
yeah,
I'd like a message from them on this,"
yeah.
then that's fine, I don't really have a problem with that, I've done that many times
I
before.
used to, but I used to when I was, like, learning tarot and trying to
Mhm.
practice different things,
Yeah.
and I've never gotten any bad feedback, but I've come to realize as I've matured in my practice that
Mhm.
I am objectively very secular, and I don't like introducing anyone's gods into what I do, even though
Yeah.
this is for them, it feels disingenuous because I
Yeah.
don't really believe in it. So I'm giving
Okay.
them a reading about something I don't believe in, which feels wrong for them.
Yeah. Okay,
Kinda
yeah.
like I'm cheating them out of something,
Yeah,
even
that
when I
makes
was
sense.
giving them free. So, sometimes I will tell people, and if they're, like, just desperate, and, I will if they're
Mhm.
fine with it.
Yeah.
But that's why I limit it to guides and, like, ancestors, because that's
Mhm.
that feels a little different to me. I don't know how to
Yeah.
express it in words, but it's different.
Yeah. No, I get you. I understand. Nicole asked, "What is your very best reading theme?"
Mm,
Past life readings.
yeah, she's very good at that.
Yeah, that would be
I
my best reading theme.
actually hate it, but I'm very good at giving, like, love advice and stuff readings, but I hate doing that.
Same. Same.
It bothers the crap out of me that the best thing I'm good at is a thing that I don't enjoy doing. Um, I I think I'm pretty good at, like, I feel like I'm good at giving, like, advice based off of the cards. So,
Mhm.
whatever the topic is, being
Yeah.
able to suss out the things that are missing. Because I think a lot of readings sometimes tend to be like, "This is what I see in the cards," but I like to do also what I'm not seeing in the cards and what might mean you need to bring in for yourself.
Yes. Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that really well, like, in your lives, every time you do that in your lives, I'm like, "This is so good." So
So
good.
I don't see it a lot, and I don't think that's a, like, necessarily good or bad thing, but
Mhm.
I think that's the one thing that I'm good at, but it's not topic specific. If I had
Yeah,
to choose a topic, it would be love, but I
yeah.
ugh.
But yeah, I do love that as well, like,
Yeah.
seeing what's not there, like,
Mhm.
sometimes I'll do that too. I know, Danny Mystic also does that. I know Lisa
Yes.
sometimes does that as well, but, like, when you're looking at the cards and, like, thinking about what like, the cards that would come before a specific card that's in your reading or after
Mhm.
and thinking about those and, like, things like that, or things that
Yeah.
are not typically there that you would typically find in a specific type of reading. I do that too sometimes,
Yeah.
depending on the reading. I really like that as well, that type of
You're really
reading
good at
style.
picking out patterns. Like,
Oh,
sometimes
yes, I
you will
love
notice
that.
patterns and I'm like, "Whoa, I did not even catch that."
Yeah, I bring in numerology a lot, like, color association.
Yes.
I'll do, like, astrology also in my readings
Mhm.
and things like that. I love, like, really pulling those things together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I think that question's for you, Britt,
It
for
is.
from Robin.
Let me see what Atlanta said, and then I'll answer your question, Robin.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so Atlanta says if she ever decides to do readings for others, it would only be on introspection and shadow work.
That makes
There's
sense.
honestly a huge niche for that, and I think you would be amazing at that. It
Yeah.
totally is up your alley.
That makes sense for Alana, though, like, all her
Yeah,
videos are on this already, so I feel like
yeah,
that makes
knock it
sense
out of
for
the
you.
park.
Mhm.
So Robin asks why I don't like to do love readings. Because people can get really upset with the answers if
Yeah,
it's not what they want to hear. It can be a really sensitive topic.
yeah.
And sometimes, especially dealing with specific relationships, you end up being a therapist, and I don't. I will give advice, but I don't want it to be like it ends up being a lot of like trauma dumping, and it gets really exhausting.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of all of that. Where if I did like just a day of love readings, I would probably have to sleep for a week just because of how draining it is. And
Yeah,
then they're really common. Everybody asks almost the same variation of the same three questions. So it, it's nice when I can do something different and just get out of that rigid path.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, numerology patterns are a must. Yes, I agree, Nicole, 100%. Love
I am
numerology.
working on being more confident, with my numerology, but I do enjoy the numerology
Yeah,
aspect.
numerology, suit patterns.
Yeah.
I love bringing in astrology and then
I don't think I'll ever be good at
colors.
that.
Colors.
I always forget about colors, which is so funny.
Yeah.
It and I think about it later sometimes,
Mhm.
but I forget about that. One of the things that I like is the position of people because that'll be different in
Mm,
different decks sometimes.
yes.
So if it's something about, between two people and you see two people, whether they're facing each other or away from each other, or It could be the same person and how things are going. Like, are they
Mm,
focused too
mhm.
much on the past or too much in the future? That kind of thing. So I
Yeah,
do
that's
like to
good.
incorporate that as well.
Yeah. If you wanted to get better at just tarot and astrology and just not astrology in
Yeah.
general, I'd highly recommend, Tarot and Astrology by Corinne Corinne Kenner, I think. Corinne Kenner. That one's really good, that book, and very easy to read. You can know
Yeah.
right away, like, what card is with what, like, astrology thing, and it just gives you, like, the definition.
Yeah, I'll probably I don't know. I've been putting it
Hey,
off,
you're not
but
learning, like, astrology and reading birth
yes,
chart, it's just within the tarot, so
yes, that's true. Maybe it'll take the edge off.
it'll be a huge difference in my opinion. So, yeah.
Okay, prompt number 5. Spreads or no?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, are we kidding? You have, like, multiple spread books.
Yes, I love spreads. Spreads are my number 1. Asking pretty much honestly, just asking one question, technically that is a spread. If you pull 3 cards for one question, that's a spread in my
Yeah,
that's like the definition of what a spread is.
and I think
Um
really what people are saying, structured spread or no.
Yes. So for structured spreads where you have multiple positions, yes, I
Mhm,
love spreads. I do spreads often. I have specific people that I love spreads from on
mhm,
Instagram. For example, the current hermit, AP astrology,
yep,
Grounded by the moon. Love their spreads so much. I have
mhm,
several spread books on my shelf behind me. I
yeah.
have one that I haven't even shown yet on my channel that I got from Ritual Planner that they sent me to review.
Ooh, fun.
I love spread books. I use spreads constantly. Oh, okay. Nicole, the 111 Oracle spread book from Hay House, because I got that too. They sent it to me for review, so I also have that one to show on my channel. I love spreads, honestly. I
Hi,
really
everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Kendra.
Kendra, sorry.
Yes. So, yeah, spreads, yes, 100%. Always looking for spreads. I like making spreads.
I don't think I'm a yes or no. I think I'm indifferent. Like sometimes I feel the need to want to pull a spread because I can't structure what it is I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But I would say probably 9 times out of 10 I just will pull like 3 cards. The positions are irrelevant. Um that's just kind of like my
So it's more
go-to.
dependent on situation rather than a yes or no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's definitely just like I pull 3 cards because that's the structure of how I pull cards, not
Yeah.
because it's like past, present, future, or anything like that.
Mhm.
Um,
I feel like that's how most people do spreads though. Like it's
yeah,
really I feel like most people that's what their thing is. Like
yeah,
should I oh, it's really dependent on what kind of situation and if they feel like they need a spread or not.
yeah.
I feel like it's pretty
Yeah.
much the most people that's what they do. Robin says for you to get out of her head.
I'm too lazy to go find a spread 9 times out of 10, so I'm just like, I'll pull 3 cards, it's fine."
Hey, you
It
could
kinda
always ask me. I probably have one. I have,
Oh,
like, almost
I
1,000
know.
spreads in my phone, so
I know.
anyone ever needs a spread, just honestly, just ask me. I
Yes,
probably have a
just
spread
go to
for
Phil.
whatever you're looking for or can find one pretty easily.
Oh,
Yes, the tarot spread yearbook, I love that. I love that one.
mm.
It's coming
Oh,
out as a deck form, in case
oh,
anyone
that's
wanted
cool.
a deck spread. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool.
I recently saw this deck that, like, it's a spread deck where, like, you pull the cards and however many you pull, each card is a prompt.
Yeah, there's
That
a
is
several of them on the
yeah,
market. Which one did you see?
I don't know, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I saw it and then immediately forgot about it,
Oh,
but I
okay,
thought it
because
was
there's a
cool.
few like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Alana says she likes them for other people, but not herself. I
Oh,
feel
that's
that.
okay.
Mhm.
Sometimes you would want less structure for yourself, that makes sense.
And I can totally see that for you. Definitely with the go with the flow idea,
Oh,
definitely.
yes, 100%.
Alright, prompt number 6, reversals or no?
Okay, so for me, when it comes to reversals, I don't like a card to be reversed. So I like all my cards to look upright, but I will read with the notion of reversals if I
Mhm,
feel like it's necessary for whatever I'm reading for.
mhm.
So if I feel like a certain position, the card feels more reversal energy, then I'll go with the reversal. It'll just be presented as upright.
Right.
But I usually state in when I'm doing typing or whatever, do the reading. When I'm doing the reading, I'll state
Mhm.
that this is more reversal energy rather than upright energy, and then go into my interpretation for that. But so sort of ish is my
Yeah.
answer, I guess.
Yeah. Um, I so I actually started off similarly, no reversals. Added reversals in because I felt like I needed to, even though I knew that you don't
Yeah.
have to use reversals, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But
Hmm.
lately, over time, I have switched to the mentality that you have. I like to see the images upright.
Yeah.
Um, I don't like it gets in my head when everything comes out reverse. It feels like, am I holding the deck wrong? Like I start to get into overthinking everything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I have started to get out of shuffling in reversals, but
Yeah.
I'm like you, where you can kind of tell based off of the theme that is appearing
Yeah.
with the cards which ones are reversed or not.
Yeah.
I think that what's interesting is it's such a nuanced discussion because people were like, you don't need to read reversals, but I don't think they're being totally genuine about what that means. You don't have to
Mhm.
shuffle in reversals, but you should still consider the upright and reverse meanings in your readings.
Yeah, but there's lots of ways to consider, like, reversals without, like,
Right.
the reversal. Like, you don't even need to know technically, you don't even need to know the actual reversal meanings, and I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on needing to know exactly the upright meaning and the reversal meaning, but there's other
Mhm,
ways to read reversals rather than just knowing reversals. I feel like they could be the opposite of the upright. They could be a lack of something and
mhm.
what's the word? What's the opposite of lack?
Abundance?
When you're locking, yeah, like a more of a like it's too
Yeah,
much rather than
overabundance
lack.
of that energy.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly, an overabundance. Um, there's lots of ways that you can read reversals without actually knowing, like, reversals. So,
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And Robin says the same thing. She just doesn't like looking at the cards upside down, and
same.
neither do I.
So annoying, actually. Nicole also doesn't do reversals, but she uses the shadow, based
Yeah,
on
which is the
overall
same
reading.
concept.
Yeah,
I think everybody has their own like, after you've gone through what I'll consider the main learning phase of tarot, you kinda start to develop your own,
yeah,
uh,
your
s
own way of doing things.
understanding of how reversals and how things just
Mhm.
interconnect with everything
Yeah.
anyway.
Mhm.
So, while there's benefit to learning the default reversals, that might not be something that carries on forever in your practice.
Yeah.
Um Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome. But yeah, I think that I think too it's a little hard. One of the things I've noticed when people new in the tarot come into our chats and they need help with stuff, they don't
Yeah.
realize that they should be considering those reverse
And
qualities of a
yeah,
card.
energies,
Yeah.
qualities, yeah.
So when I'm helping people, one of the things I ask is, do you shuffle in reversals or not? Because that will
Yeah.
determine how I help them with their interpretation.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes I don't even do that, I just say this feels more reversal
yeah,
energy, but
I
yeah.
ask because I guess I want people to understand the difference. Well,
Yeah.
there's a difference for me, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but where was it? Um, Someone mentioned that sometimes. Oh, who was it? Was it Robin? Someone mentioned that when sometimes like spreads will build in reversals based off of the question because
Yeah.
they're looking for more of the negative or not negative, I won't say negative, but like the reversed aspect
Yeah.
of whatever that card might be when you put it there,
Mhm.
which trips people up a lot too, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people consider it like their shadow meaning. Um, uh, I don't know. I think I stick with a lot of the traditional reverse meanings, but it depends on
Mm,
the deck, what the question is, how it fits in with all the other cards. It varies for
yeah.
me, I think.
Yeah, I think so too for me as well.
All right. Uh this last prompt is really funny. Prompt number 7. Multiple decks or no?
100% yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Oracle, tarot, I pair my decks often. I typically, when I choose decks, I make sure that they pair together.
Mhm.
So, yes, multiple decks often. Plus, there's some spreads that I specifically use multiple decks in, like
Mhm.
multiple tarot decks,
Mhm.
bring in like Oracle and things like that. So, yeah, multiple decks always for me.
I'm the same way. I very rarely pair multiple tarot decks together, but
Mm,
every once in a while when I have the urge to do like a pick a card, I will use multiple tarot decks.
yeah,
Um cuz I feel like it helps me identify like themes across decks almost.
yeah,
Um but I absolutely love combining oracle and tarot, the affirmation cards.
yeah.
I
Same.
eventually, when as I get into, like, Lenormand, I would like to start adding that in as well.
Ooh, I've done that already.
I'm working on it, I'm getting there. I'm still in the baby 3 to 5 card spread with Lenormand, so
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I mostly do 3 cards, I think,
yeah,
for well, though I have done, like,
the
the Pretty Tableau before, which is the
yeah,
9
the
cards, but
mhm. I
yeah.
don't think I have aspirations to do any more than 9, but who knows?
Well,
Um,
there's still the spread with the whole deck, so
yeah,
the Grand
pass.
Tableau, so which
Ugh.
is
Maybe in, like, a year,
very
but
crazy, which is
I
crazy.
I do like to use multiple oracle decks sometimes,
Oh, I love it.
to pair with tarot. It just depends what I'm doing and how much time and effort I wanna put in.
Yeah.
The bipartisan nature of all these questions is stressing me.
Robin.
You must pick one or the other, you cannot be both.
Oh my god, so funny.
I've seen Alana, I've seen you pull multiple cards,
Oh,
yeah,
yes, I think all your readings, Alana, for your videos are all multiple
always.
decks, which
Yeah,
I love.
um but yeah, I like it. It's a fun exploration of seeing how different pairings will change like the theme or feel of the deck
Mhm. Yeah,
when you're giving readings, and it
yeah,
it opens up a wider world. I feel like of doing spreads, whether they're structured or unstructured spreads.
yeah.
But that was a very quick prompt or tag. That was
Yeah,
really
I know. There wasn't that many questions and
no, it's only 7.
yeah,
But I feel like I already knew a lot of the answers, and it's really funny how, similar all of them were.
yeah.
But, yeah, that was super fun. So guys, I mentioned earlier, if you weren't in the live, that the prompts are in the chat description. The
Mhm.
original video is by, 3 Girls, 1 Deck, so if you wanna check that out, feel free. And if you guys have already done this prompt, feel free to share the link to
Yes.
your video. And if you do it later, tag us so we can come and watch it. Because
Oh,
this is
yeah,
really
yeah.
fun. And I love hearing everybody's experiences with tarot and divination and stuff like that.
Yes, me too. Mhm.
So Sil, do you have anything fun coming out that we should know about?
Well, I have my Cozy Tarot Sunday blog that should be posted later. I have to finish it. I pulled the cards, but I have to finish writing it up.
Mhm.
And then I have some videos that I have to finish editing, but I should be posting this week, hopefully, my what is it? What's the deck? The Moon Dust Tarot. I have that
Mhm.
already edited. Love that deck so much. And then I have a bunch of other decks that I filmed. I have to finish editing. My Hay House. which is like an hour and a half long video,
Yes.
from December and January, all the decks they sent me and books and things. So yes. I also am getting a new deck, so I'm excited to film that. Hopefully,
Oh,
once
yeah.
I get it, I can film it right away and then
Mhm.
post that. So, and I just filmed the video this morning of a deck that I received as a gift, but I filmed it to review it also for the channel. It's the Coastal Curiosities Pocket Edition.
Oh, say
Lennox.
that 10 times fast.
Oh my god, no, I can't. I can't. The creator Lennox, she sent me her pocket edition as a gift, and it's really nice. So I filmed it this morning so I can use it in March because I'm so excited. It's such a good deck, but I can't
Nice.
wait to show it on the channel.
Can't
What
wait
about
to
you?
see it. So,
What do you have?
deck-wise, I won, Amethyst Ascensions giveaway for this. So I have that flip through coming up. I have to edit it. It'll probably be up this week.
Mm. I can't
And
wait to watch it.
I it I liked it, but you'll have to watch the video to see. I also, if you saw my part 1 of the Citadel Oracle, RPG
I
thing.
just watched it yesterday. It was good. It was really
Oh,
interesting.
it was my first time doing, like, a solo RPG thing, so I was definitely, like, figuring things out as we went along,
Yeah.
but, I'm gonna start recording part 2, so that should be up probably in, like, a month.
Oh, okay.
Um, and then, oh, and then I will be bringing the Tarot story times back to Discord. So if you're part of the Discord, keep an eye out for that event. And we'll see. We'll make them like once a month, I think.
Yeah. And
But
if
it's
you're
a
not part of the Discord, you should
oh
join.
yes.
Yes.
Please join the
It's in the
Discord.
description box, right? The link?
Yes, it should be.
Okay.
I think so. Um, see if this works. If not, oh no, I think I turned that off. Never mind. Um, And I'm glad, Robin, that you liked it. I hope to see some from you soon. So if you like to do like some more fun, more creative things with tarot, the tarot story time is basically just a short story where we pull cards and we start to fill in the gaps of the story together as a group.
Yeah.
No pressure. If you're new to tarot, there's no pressure to feel like you need to, be on your toes or anything about it. It's just a fun, lighthearted way to explore the world of tarot.
Yeah.
So those are the main things for me. I have some things that I'm working on, but I haven't really hashed them out yet. So we'll have to see later.
Yeah. I'm
um,
waiting also on a bunch of things to
yeah,
review. I have several decks coming, but I haven't received them yet. So once
yeah,
I do that, those will also be up on the channel.
basically.
Yeah.
So Syl and I will be back in March. If you guys have any ideas of things that you would like for us to do, let us
Yes.
know in the comments because we love doing these with you guys. And when you guys feel like you can chime in and enjoy the conversation, it's so fun. Um, oh, the limited edition of the Citadel Oracle. Loved it. um,
Yeah. Oh my god. I wish I could have gotten that. Too expensive though.
it's very expensive. It was definitely my like splurge gift, but to myself.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, guys, I think otherwise we're going to hop off of here, enjoy the rest of our Sunday fun day. Um, and if you enjoyed this, make sure you like this video on both my channel and Syl's channel. If
Hmm.
you're subscribed to one of us, subscribe to the other one
Yes.
and
Yeah,
turn on those notification
if you're on
bells.
my channel right now, go to Brittany's channel and subscribe to her. So, yes. And obviously, if you're coming from her channel, subscribe to me. If you're not already, but I'm assuming everyone is already, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, yeah, the cross contamination is already happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, so yeah, that would be super fun. And I guess we'll just have a fun Sunday fun day, and we will talk to you
Yeah.
guys on
Have
the
a
flip
nice day,
side.
everyone. Bye.